Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to share with you my top 5 favorite fragrances from Lancome's exclusive private line, Maison Lancome. So if you'd like to know what those fragrances are, then keep watching. Now, it is no secret on my channel that this is tied with Armani Privé as my favorite designers, like higher end lines. So you've got the less exclusives from Chanel, which is super up there for me too. You have the line from Dior, you have the private blend collection from Tom Ford. Designer houses have really been amping up their game and creating these lines which are considered more niche than designer. They're a little bit more avant-garde, they're a little bit more unique and special, and the line from Lancome is outstanding. And I've just been a huge lover of this line for years, and so it's no secret on my channel that I absolutely love them. So transparency purposes too, I bought all these, nothing was sent to me either. So I figured it would be fun to share with you guys my top 5 in order of those fragrances in my collection. And I am planning on getting more very soon, but these are the ones that I absolutely love more than the others. I do have smaller bottles of the line, and I am planning on getting more. So this is just a list currently, and all of these you've seen on my channel at one point or another, but I haven't compiled them into this list. So the first one we're going to start with at number 5 is Roses Barbarenza. This one is really beautiful. It smells kind of like a baklava to me. It's got that beautiful kind of sweet syrupy rose scent, but it's got this kind of like nuttiness to it, which just smells really beautiful to me. It just smells like a Middle Eastern dessert, with it still being very sweet and light. This is one that I think some people don't like as much as, say, Roses Parfait, and you know, later on you'll see why. But I think this is a unique and beautiful scent if you do like rose scents and you want something a little different. That kind of nutty aspect to it is really, really nice. So number 4 is Lavande Trianon, and this one is so good. It tastes like a beautiful kind of cookie, like milky cookie that has like crystallized candied lavender on there. It's so ridiculously pretty and beautiful and aromatic, and although it does, because it's on the sweeter side, smell like something like more women than men would like to wear, I think this would also be so beautiful on a guy, like so attractive. So I just absolutely love this scent. It just smells really good. Number 3 is Parfait des Roses. Now, I almost switched Roses Barbarenza and Parfait des Roses, but what ultimately made this one kind of win out above Roses Barbarenza is just the fact that this is like such an impeccably perfect rose fragrance, and I love that so much that it really can fit anywhere, anytime. It's just really beautiful. So how Roses Barbarenza kind of reminds me of baklava, or like Middle Eastern desserts that are very nutty, and like pastries that are filled with like nuts and rose water. This kind of reminds me more of Turkish Delight, which I actually love to eat as well. And there's just something about this that is so whimsical and romantic and beautiful, but still very wearable. And as a rose fragrance lover, I definitely like that kind of little extra, like this is more centered on the rose, and rather than Roses Barbarenza is kind of like an experience that has a lot of rose. That's why the Parfait des Roses beat out Roses Barbarenza. And I think that's probably the other reason why too people flock more to Parfait des Roses than Roses Barbarenza, because it is more of a rose-centric scent rather than a scent that has a lot of beautiful things going on with it that is very heavy on the rose. So number 2, and the old version to the new version can switch out because I love them both equally in their own unique special ways, is Oud Bouquet. This is such a beautiful treat if you are looking for a scent that is sweet and heavy and makes an impact, and you're gonna get a lot of compliments and get a lot of attention, and you don't want to smell like everybody else, but you still want to smell complimentary and just absolutely incredible. You cannot go wrong with Oud Bouquet. This is such a stunning scent. Again, it's got the rose, it's got the oud, it's got this beautiful praline-like note to it, which I just find to be so sexy and warm and inviting, and it's just magnificent. Now for my weather and my climate, I actually prefer the newer formulation. It's a little bit lighter, it doesn't have as much presence as the older formulation does, and a lot of people prefer the older formulation, and I like both equally. But for my weather and my environment, I actually prefer to wear the newer formulation. And last, and certainly not least, because it is #1, and you probably saw this coming, is Jasmine's Marzipan. This is just absolutely stunning. I love jasmine scents. I love the idea that it just smells nutty with that almond in there. You guys know I love almond. And the jasmine, it just comes together beautifully. And this is one of the scents where every single time I wear it, I get stopped and people are like, what are you wearing that smells so good? It is so complimentary, it is so beautiful. It is such a unique but still very wearable take on white florals and gourmand scents that it's not an overpowering gourmand fragrance. It's not an overpowering white floral scent. They come together beautifully to create this kind of like slightly woody, nutty, really deliciously sweet white floral scent that is in no way cloying or super heavy. It's just really light and beautiful and sexy on the skin. So Jasmine's Marzipan is definitely my #1. I won't say by a long shot, but it is pretty much like an easy #1 for me. So I think one of the things that I love most about this line is every single scent I've smelled has a beautiful mix of being very avant-garde, unique and special in its own way, while still being very wearable. And I find that to be such a unique and refreshing take on fragrances, specifically from, I would say, a designer house that is very safe with their scents. They usually, for their newer scents, their regular line like La Vie is Belle, Idol got a lot of flack for not being groundbreaking or innovative, even though I found it to be ridiculously beautiful. It is definitely nothing new. I think that they put so much artistic presence in this line while it's still holding true to the Lancome's wearability and its beautiful attractiveness on the skin for men or women. I just find this entire line to be absolutely enticing and beautiful. So I definitely have to say that this line is amongst one of my favorites. Armani Privé still beats it out by just a little bit, like just a little bit. They're practically tied, but this entire line is beautiful and wearable, and the price for these fragrances is pretty good too. These bottles run between $185 and $195, which is expensive, but not crazy expensive considering some of the prices of the other private lines and the quality of the juice and the quality of the presentation. These are, in my opinion, some of the most beautiful bottles in just my collection. They're absolutely stunning. So if presentation is important to you, if price is important to you, these are definitely worth an investment because you're getting the entire package. You're getting a beautiful scent that's complementary. These all perform outstanding and they just look really nice being displayed. So those are my top picks from Maison Lancome, but obviously it changes as more fragrances come out, but I figured I'd share with you ones the guys that just own my heart. So in any case, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to know your favorites from this line. What scents from Lancome just make your heart sing? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.